The recording on this one. And this ambition battery automatically start out at like the 8 volts, but I go down to going down to 7 volts. Just adjusting the machine, straight black. Here we go again. I'm gonna have to lift this up. It feels too low. And let me lift it up. It's a little too low for me. Oh, your back hurting. There we go. That's probably more like it. Yeah, see repetition. Back and forth, back and forth. Just getting used to these movements. And for most of the tattoo, I definitely use more of that pendulum back and forward. I did some of the backstroke, cross hatchet, but mostly seemed like it's been that pendulum. Between the pendulum and the backstroke. But sometimes I catch myself for light tones just straight going back. And then sometimes I catch myself front and back. Mostly medium tones, I say pendulum. Light tones, I catch myself definitely doing with that backstroke. Keep taking your time, building up these tones. You got shaping up right here. Inside that mouth. Sometimes I definitely catch myself moving a little faster, so you definitely gotta slow it down. But also, if you're feeling like if I move fast in certain areas, I could get less ink on the skin. Feel like I'm still in between to see which works better for me. I think moving slower though, I barely tap the skin, so that's probably gonna be the best thing. Moving slower, barely tapping the skin versus moving faster. You can easily have a little mishap moving faster. Versus moving slower, you can analyze every little thing you're looking to do. And I catch myself actually going over this more, knowing how it will actually come out versus moving it faster. Before I actually wipe it. Because I'm badly hitting that skin over there. That's it. And that's why I say tough skin is definitely gonna be a lot tougher, well, a lot harder to do. Because you can hit it with multiple layers and it's still not really in the skin. So you gotta come back with some more and keep building. You just gotta count your layers and how many layers it might take to actually get a little bit darker. The first time I hit like what, 5, 6 times. This time we're gonna hit like 8. And every time we go back and forth, I count like kind of 1.
No Diddy, LOL.
No diddy, no diddy. Now we about to start on this side of the face. Slowly building up this shadow on this side, but then we're gonna lighten up as we come in. So all this should be a little bit lighter. That's where that highlight is hitting at. That's why I got that stencil dropped around there. So I know in the inside of that, it's definitely gonna be light. So I try to leave a big old skin break where it's soft. Not like skin break, but it's gonna be pretty much open. I just wanted to get it super light as possible around that area. So it slowly fades into the skin break.
Okay, because I was told not to. I love me some Vaseline. If I ever get tatted in a try Vaseline.
Yeah, just don't overdo it. Like I said, first 2 days, you ain't really putting on it a whole lot. Me, myself, I always let my stuff dry here. Never really do too much to it unless it's like super dry. I still try not to mess with it. Main thing, keep it clean. Long as it's clean, I think it'll do just fine. And after that week, if you want to put a little lotion on it, don't overdo that either. Put a little lotion, good. Just let your skin breathe a little bit. Keep it from being super dry, especially if somebody got super dry skin, like eczema, to where like it's so dry that it hurts. Some people got it that bad. But then I'll say put that lotion on.
Really never did that either.
Fake skin, you might have to go over it like what, 2-3 passes before you get it like this soft. But this you gotta constantly layer it up. And on real skin, I won't be using straight black. I'll be using the wash tones, which I believe will make it easy as well.
Do you tattoo faster from when you first started tattooing or did you hurt? Just asking.
Yeah, when I first started tattooing, I believe I tatted way faster. But as I built up and I learned to layer ink and stuff like this, I think I definitely slowed down a lot. But for certain pieces, I would say like illustration, those type of pieces that don't require smooth shading and nothing like that, just lines and a little shade, I say definitely faster. Because I'm already familiar with how I'm going to tattoo it. So it's just gonna be straight blocking, then boom, 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 line work. Yeah, I'll say faster. But to build up this, once I get used to this super smooth look, I think I'll only get faster and faster. Like down here, it took me forever shading this in, but now I feel like my shading is a little faster. And I'm still kind of getting those same results or even better. So I say the number one way to like practice and get into portraits is doing still life drawing. Look at a bottle, look at anything on the table and draw it. Because it don't have lines in it. Realistically, nothing don't have lines. A building is square, it's bricks, but it's not no hard line going down the building. You got to still make them bricks feel soft like it's a building. Like it's in the air. A hard line is going to just make it look cartoonish. So anything you look at, real life, just draw it as you see it. Even if it's black, it's no hard line in it. You might have like a hard crisp edge, but that don't mean make a hard like actual line. You just build up your shades to structure out that line. Just like the edge of the face, you'll build it up to structure that side out. One of the easy ways to know what needles to use, I'm not going to talk about bug pens at this point. I'll say just basic mags. But if it's something small, like I'm trying to get in this lip, you could use a round shader. But it's all personal preference because I'm not going to use a round shade on the lips. I'm still going to use my 7 curve mag to get in those small areas. The only time I use something even smaller is when I get in the eyes. I probably use my liner and like build up shades still. Even though I'm using the liner, I'm not making lines. I'm just building up my tones. And that's just mainly for like structuring out the eyelid or stuff like that. But you know about the size of the piece. If you got a lot of detail, you got to go to smaller mag. If it don't got no detail like a background, you can go to bigger mag and then structure it out. Every tattoo different, but majority of my tattoos, since I try to do realistic, approaching the tattoo strictly with a mag, start from the bottom, slowly move up. I try not to get too far because I'm gonna keep on coming back, almost like a printer. And then by the time we get up here, we shouldn't really have to come down here for too much. That's the plan. On real skin, I try to do that to cause less pain, because if you go up here, then you come back, then you're going back and forward. I believe the skin is sore at that point. So if you keep on bouncing back and forward, yeah, you're gonna cause more pain than necessary. So I wouldn't say I practiced it. I naturally kind of picked it up because if I'm moving up too as well, not just the pain, but I'm also will be wiping away my stencil. If I'm up here and I'm keep on coming back down, I'll wipe my stencil away. So I practice starting at the bottom so I don't wipe away the stencil. You know what I'm saying? Because I know people that done came from here and go here and then go here, but you don't see no more shading where the eyes and the nose at. You see the structure of the eyes, but you don't see the shading. And yeah, this is dynamic. This dynamic ink, but that's how I basically built it up. In order to not wipe your stencil away, you start from that bottom and you slowly work up. That way, if you're starting up here, you'll be wiping all that away, wiping that away. And over time, it will disappear on real skin. Some stay, some don't. But to avoid all of that, start at the bottom and you ain't got to worry about wiping it away. Just like right here, the stencil's still there, but majority of the tattoo is there. So I know it's still, if anything wipe away, I know how to go back and finish this neck just by looking at my reference photo. Well, yeah, that's it. And build that habit. Same thing when you're doing a small tattoo. Start from your dominant hand. Start from that side and move left. Because if you start from left and you right-handed, you're gonna wipe away your tattoo as you writing the letters on there. So start from that side. So same with this. I started with my right side and I worked my way across. Work my way across. Same way. I definitely say it's good to know how to draw, because going over to portrait or something like this, you definitely got to understand the shadows and what the shadows land on the face, lights, medium, and dark tones. So you definitely got a better understanding when you already was drawing and stuff like that. Cause I always say I don't want dark next to dark, so it's already got that shaded. I want to leave a little highlight space to keep that separated. Cause you don't want to eventually lose your tones. And since these are both light tones, I definitely got to leave that skin break even more. Whereas if the edge of the face was dark, I wouldn't have to worry about that skin break.
You in a shop, bro?
Yeah, I'm in my own little spot. Been in my own spot for like what, 6 years probably. Well, yeah, see, using straight black, you definitely want to constantly wipe it to see how much you layered on there. If you don't know what you're doing starting out, check it, wipe it often. And then when you keep track of how many layers you already hit and it looked like that, kind of hit double those layers to kind of build it up even more. Or you could just hit the same amount and you know it'll be a little bit darker. All right, y'all, so we about to use our black. Well, that's the only color we got out is black. We about to go in between by the lips. Start structuring some of this out. We're not gonna go into it too hard just yet. So softly build that up. Structure those lips. So let's zoom back in. Go back on that mouth. It's black. So we ain't worrying about going too dark. Early on, we just structuring it out. Make sure that's where we wanted it at. I never recommend going super dark early on. Softly build it up. Then for the rest of that lip, we're gonna softly build that up. So that lip ain't all the way black. Softly build them tones up. And between the lips gonna be the darkest, so that's why I just went straight in with that. And work our way across that middle, all the way to the other side of the lip. Then you build that part of the lip up. Structure out that little grunt part. Rub it down. Make sure our black on there. Should be. Still gotta build up a little bit, but it's there. It's there. That bottom lip now. You want that, hit that soft, real soft. We also gotta add textures on the edge of that lip. One thing I've been trying to figure out, like leaving them highlights, might just brush over it super light and then add the shadows on top. That's what will create that actual highlights there between the lips, like the skin breakage in between the lips. But y'all let me know if anybody do like, tattoo realistic. Let me know the process y'all take. And kind of leave them skin breaks, so you just prefer to leave it open without touching it. And then come back with your darks to kind of create them details in the lips. Everybody probably got a different approach to it. And creating a detail in there. You gotta do that throughout the rest of the lip. Stephen Curry, man.
I only
tattoo people I know personally. Safety first.
Yeah. Building the tones up. Probably where we gonna leave it at. And I might go to the store get some bleach. So next session on this, we won't be seeing all this in there. And I'll be able to just go straight off of that. I might just sit it down with the hand sanitizer on it. Just to see how it looks. Let it sit on there for a little minute. Nothing ain't like that bleach though. Bleach make it happen. I'm slowly building it up. I'm about to record how far we got today. Oh. See how we do on the brush.